My name's Coach Maria, and you're listening to the Futbol Weekly Podcast.
Hey, Joe, another week of surprises, another week of banter, another week of surprise results, another week of
such an up and down week.
Oh, our teams might be okay, and then you never know what happens next week, right?
So as a fan, as an up and down week as a fan.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of shows lately, podcasts, listening to them, and whether they be locally around us here in the GTA, and the amount of people that are so partial to their team is. Yeah, and we didn't even talk about this, but it's so we're gonna try to we are, and people are gonna say, well, yeah, but you're partial to Milan. Reggie's partial to Arsenal. Yeah, but we also are pretty critical. And we look at things openly and honestly. So I don't know. I had a few people tell us to keep up the good work because we do give you guys kind of as many angles as we can without just being, homers. And even though, Reggie might favor one player, I might favor another player, we still kind of look at things. I listened to some other stuff, and it was pretty interesting. But I won't name names.
Well, I always say that there's people that are football fans, and then there's people that are fans of certain players.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to liken it to NBA, there's LeBron James fans, and then there's people that actually understand basketball.
Yeah.
So just because LeBron James is alive and playing basketball doesn't mean he has to win every single award.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the award. I think the award.
The award's over, Joe. I don't care anymore.
You see, I'm messing it up.
Yeah, we're Ballon D'or Out. I'm done with the individual awards.
And you can see our logo, our hoodies. Maybe they're good. Can't we anyway see? But yeah, Ballon d'Or Out. I guess should we start there?
Poor Robert Lewandowski. That's 2 years in a row he's been shafted. I think he had better. He had better stats.
I don't think so. I agree 100%.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, we're not fighting on that one.
I thought you were gonna go the other way.
No way. Okay. Lewandowski. When is he gonna win it?
He's not.
First of all, Messi comes out and says, good things about it.
Kudos to him.
Yeah, kudos to Messi for saying that for sure. Why couldn't France football just give Lewandowski the award for 2020?
We spoke about it before. We were watching Forge and the team from Honduras. We spoke about it, and it's France football is not going to make any money if there's no gala. So why should they bother putting something together for this guy or for the players?
Just to give him the award. I know he deserves it. Lewandowski.
Why was it even not even given?
You don't have to have the gala. Just give the award out.
Champions League finished, leagues finished, everything finished. Why can't you give the award? I don't understand. Because Messi and Ronaldo didn't have good years, so we're just not going to give out the award. It's craziness. It's
unfortunate. Robert Lewandowski absolutely deserves it. I think enough people said it. It's not a discredit. Listen, anytime Messi gets an award, or Ronaldo for that matter, I think you can't really say, hey, they don't deserve it. But the most deserving, it's Lewandowski. I thought it was,
Yeah, the stats. If you're gonna go by stats, they don't lie.
Yeah, although there's great stats for Messi too. But listen, 41 goals in Bundesliga, 41 goals. He breaks Gerd Muller's record. What he did internationally, what he does at every competition. We can go through it. I don't think anybody's going to argue that Lewandowski.
Oh, there's people that'll argue. Joe.
Yeah, there's people still saying, again, I never think it's a bad idea
to give Messi an award.
No, or Ronaldo because of what they are. But this is not a lifetime achievement. But people say they still had a great year. I know that, but Lewandowski had just as good. So, and again, anytime Messi gets it, I think, it's a great thing. Or Ronaldo, like I said, we're living in a generation and a time, like we said, where you have these two generational talents. We get it. I think our stance is pretty clear. It should have been Lewandowski this year. When else are you going to give it to this guy? What does he have to do?
Unfortunately, Messi or Ronaldo was going to have to go to North America or retire before someone else can win this award. And it's sad. But
can we talk about Ronaldo being sixth? Yeah. Listen, come on. Ronaldo's not sixth. He's got to be in the top 3 or Anyway, so
it's politics, Joe. It's all politics.
It just makes
that's why I think we should get away from this individual awards. Give it to the best goal scorer. Give it to the best goalie. That's fine, because pretty much the best goal scorer it's a fact. He scored the most goals in Europe or whatever, in the world or whatever.
Well, they created this award, the best striker, which was Lewandowski, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, good. At least he got some hardware.
Who's the best defender? Because it's Ballon d'Or, but I've how many defenders have won the Ballon d'Or? Cannavaro?
Yeah. Who was the last one other than Cannavaro, right?
So only the Ballon d'Or has to go to an attack. Anyway, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Yeah, so Ballon d'Or out, Reggie says. And
forget
big
it.
head's in the way, though.
Who
over?
People will see it. They know what it says. It's fine. I'll name the show Ballon d'Or Out. How about that? Everyone knows what it's about.
Then I had people questioning the goalkeeper of the year award. I'm okay with it being Donnarumma, guys. Like, he was so instrumental for them, Italy winning the Euro. He was good at
Milan. This is for last season, though, right, guys? So remember that.
Yeah, it's not now.
Like, it was good for Milan. He was good in the Euro. And again,
now they say, because Milan. No, hey guys, he broke my heart. He left. As a Milan fan, but I don't have a problem with that one. I don't know.
You got better. That's why you don't have a problem with it.
But yeah, what a save he made today. Oh, did you see it? I don't know if you saw a save he made today.
I didn't see it.
And then Mike Magnan played. This is not Arsenal and Milan. I'm not saying that, but he came out, Reggie, and where he starts with. We'll get to this then, but where he starts in the build-up. So he was at the top of the 18, and they were playing it. His own 18, obviously, and playing it. Just when you have a goalkeeper so good with their feet, and your players' starting positions are different.
Mm-hmm.
Like City does it all the time. I'm just using an example, but anyway.
Yeah.
So Ballon d'Or out. Reggie, his opinion. We're gonna agree on this one.
Done.
Should have been Robert Lewandowski.
100%. 2 years in a row, he should have won it.
I really think it should have been him. They should have given one. Yeah. Yes. Good on Messi for mentioning. And so on. Really quickly about the gala. It's so nice to see Didier Drogba. I really like Drogba.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Cool dude. One of the best to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's. We always joke about legend being overused, not overused when you're speaking about Didier Drogba.
Yeah. Yep. Lots of stars there. The woman from Barcelona won female Ballon d'Or as well.
Correct. Yeah.
I remembered her name until the show started, and I forgot it. So,
now we're gonna.
It'll come back to me as soon as I press stop recording. It'll come back to me like that. So, Joe can look it up right now.
Yeah, I got it. Everyone says we should get a stat.
You know what? I bought a tablet to use on the podcast to look up stuff, and ask me how many times I've used it to look up stuff. So,
what are some of those shows that they go to the guy and says, "What must they do?" Remember
which one?
Well, pardon the interruption.
Oh yeah.
Tony Reale, right? We used to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, "Who's that?" Whatever.
The old guys talking football.
So maybe we need to have a young guy on here, Reg, and maybe we'll just say it like a young guy a week.
Translate for us.
Yeah, a young person, not guy, it could be anybody. Young, person a week, and that person comes on, and simply because we'll call this because we are old, this guy's here. So here this week on the Because We Are Old.
So when a player says this in an interview, what does he mean?
Hell with it, Reggie. We're always going to be relevant.
Yeah, for sure. For sure we are. For sure.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
So there's lots to go through.
Where do you want to begin? We just saw Forge, man. Can we give Forge a lot of credit?
Yeah. They were playing in the Champions League second leg of the Champions League semifinals for CONCACAF. The refereeing, Joe, it's bad in World Cup qualifying.
No, it's not bad.
It's worse.
Thank you.
It's even worse.
I would take bad refereeing tonight.
It's in Honduras, so you can imagine. Should have been at least a good 5, 6, 7 minutes of injury time. Played 3.
They played 3, and so they played
barely 3.
They put up 3. Then they played 20 seconds of it.
Well, these guys are rolling around for 5 minutes. Trainers come on the field and the player doesn't go off because the trainer comes on, the player has to go off, right?
Winner of the Ballon d'Or,
yeah.
Feminile,
yeah.
Alexia Is it Putellas?
Okay. From Barcelona.
Yeah. Putellas. Oh man, people are gonna kill me for not pronouncing that properly. I'm sorry.
You're Italian. What are you gonna do?
I'm Canadian.
You're Canadian. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so wow, good for Forge.
Yeah.
The away goals rule
again,
stupid.
Yeah.
They go into Honduras. What an environment! First of all, we turned it on. We said, what an amazing environment for Bobby and crew, the entire Forge FC crew to be playing in. Like these young players and older players, but Canadian players primarily playing in an amazingly hostile environment, and this is what it's about. So we said it already. I think Reggie mentioned it, but kudos to Bobby Smirniotis and his organization, his crew, his team for doing what they've done. They play this Sunday, or I think it's Sunday, this weekend in the CPL finals against Pacific. But so pretty amazing stuff. What a run for Forge. Really have set the standard in CPL for me, win or lose this weekend. They've really done some amazing things. And kudos to Bobby again. We keep saying that. So deserves a lot of credit, when he started with Sigma and what he's brought over to Forge. So congratulations to Bobby and the Forge crew. You're saying congratulations. They didn't make it through. They were fantastic. They tied 2-2, tied both legs, have done some fantastic stuff, and have continued, I think, to, pave the way for growth in the game in Canada with players, coaches, and so on like that. Where I'm going to go with this would be really great to see, Carm and Patrice do their kind of thing with Vaughn, kind of what Sigma did with Forge. But it is about Forge today, so congrats, Forge. You did us proud again. You did the Canadian landscape proud.
Exactly. Now, watching the game, we talked about the away goals rule, and then we talked about how in World Cup qualifying in CONCACAF there's no VAR. So when do they pick and choose which rules they keep and which rules they dump?
And who governs what?
And who governs that?
When it's under FIFA, when it's not. Oh, it's World Cup qualifying, but then it's World Cup qualifying. I don't know. And maybe we can have someone clarify this, because quite frankly, I'm so sick of it every week trying to say, well, do they have it? Do they not? And and then goal line technology, and I don't want to get too much into it.
Goal line technology, away goals rule,
I don't know.
No VAR. It's a mixed jumble of what is going on.
Sort it out.
We're talking about goal line technology, and we've been harping on this for years that we've been doing this podcast, that the referees and the officials are one day going to cost a team they did cost Cardiff that one year where they got relegated by, I think, 2 points, and they got robbed.
Ask any Portuguese soccer fan.
That's what I'm getting to. The goal that Portugal scored, maybe they're not in the playoff now.
No, with that goal, they're in.
Yeah. So they don't have goal line technology. They used VAR to go back and look at the goal and still said no. And it's in the net by Joe.
As Ronaldo did what Reggie's doing. He was right. He was really, and again, it could cost teams the World Cup.
Yeah.
As much as, yes, we'll talk about.
And how many, and to put it on a human level, how many more World Cups does Ronaldo have, you think? This might be the last one, right? So he's getting robbed by his last one because no goal line technology and VAR is run by idiots. It's craziness.
And then here we go with arbitrary stuff too. So again, not to sound like, we'll get to the draw. We saw the UEFA draw. People are complaining about, it should not be with Portugal. Okay, here, can we just say it? I have a vested interest, of course, as I cheer for Canada, of absolutely number one, of course, Italy. But, they put themselves in that spot, both teams. Mm-hmm. Portugal, a little less because of what we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Portugal got really done over and hard done by with the first game against Serbia. Okay, yes, then they falter at home against Serbia,
mm-hmm.
and Serbia qualifies. But, you are where you are now. And so there was the luck or unlucky draw for Italy and Portugal, but that's what it is. I just said this to you earlier. We're just assuming that Italy and Portugal are going to beat,
they still got to play
respectively,
game, right?
North Macedonia for Italy, and Portugal has to play Turkey. Both hard games. People say, what are you talking about? Yeah, they're hard games because it's a one-off, as Reggie said, one-off. So,
well, you got to look at it too. Like North Macedonia and Turkey are steps to making the World Cup themselves.
Absolutely,
it's not just come play us, and
they're just gonna. Then I should say, hey guys, it's been great.
Yeah,
they have a chance to make the World Cup
too. So they're going to quality side, and they're going to come out to play for sure. They will.
It's one game, and in one game, anything can happen. And North Macedonia did beat Germany in one game. Yeah. This is not best of or 2 out of 3. This is not 2 legs. Again, great how the 2-leg playoffs will come back next World Cup. But, this has. We're going to talk a lot about this leading up. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get over this. I knew this was going to happen.
Happening,
but I did say it. I mean, and everyone says to me, "Oh, you're always negative. Can't you enjoy?" I mean, this is why I can't. This is why I can't, because the hammer always falls. And here, this is just me talking about the agony of being a fan. 4 months ago, it was pure bliss, and Italy wins the Euro, and actually played some good footy for first time in a long time.
Yeah,
here I am. Thank God Canada is balling, and I'm, like wow. And here it is, my nightmare, which I called. When Italy failed to beat Switzerland the first game in September, I said, this looks like Italy-Portugal.
Yeah.
So we're going to get to all that. We'll have fun with it. You guys will have fun with it. I can't have fun with this. But my prediction already. I just don't see Portugal not making the World Cup. This has nothing to do with a conspiracy or what someone's going to do to get them there. But anyway, CR7, you're going to bet against them. Not me.
We'll see. There's some guys that voted for the Ballon d'Or that did bet against him, but whatever.
So we're going to lead up to that, right? There's so much.
Talk about that. That doesn't happen till March, so there's a lot of shows.
And we'll lead up with Canada. That's January.
Well, we're going to that. We're taking a trip to Hamilton.
Yeah, with our boys.
Game. So
Lucas Sirianni and Carm Bruto, the Seneca women's coaching crew.
Yeah.
Team coaching crew, so we're going to continue that tradition.
We're going to go up with them and watch the game January 30th, Sunday night, Hamilton, 8 o'clock, USA, Canada. Hopefully it's nice and cold.
In the hammer.
So we'll make a nice day of it, I think. Maybe go up there a little early.
What do you want to sightsee?
Dinner.
Hamilton? What do you want to do?
Yeah, we can go to the mountains. We can look at Steelco. What else do you want to do?
Stelco. What do you want to do?
Stelco, yeah.
No, not disrespecting Hamilton.
No, I love the hammer.
So do I. I'm just saying.
Hess Village, beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So we'll get to all of that.
We'll get to all of that for sure. So I wanted to talk to you guys about when I spoke to an avid Juve fan during the week about losing to Atalanta.
Paul Kirchhoff, I think you're
Paul Kirchhoff, yeah. But there's a little bit of other news going on at Juve.
Yeah, they're under investigation for
again. Don't forget the word again.
I think it has to do with. And I was telling Reggie, I was telling you this. Yeah, okay, teams are often come under fire for this, where they inflate the value of their transfers or something to avoid.
Yeah,
I don't know, for tax things. But Reggie, I was going to ask you this too. Okay, so yes, Juve is under fire. They're saying a lot of teams are. Yeah. How does Man City and PSG, what are they just?
Oh, we talked about this before.
Innocent in all this stuff?
We talked about this before. They bribe.
Come on.
They bribe. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So what are we doing here? I'm not saying it's yes, Juve will, be under some investigation. I think if it's Juve, it's a ton of other teams doing it too. But how do we look at this and go, City, and you said this last year and the year before about City. So what? They're just transfer fees are just
they pay. Well, what they were doing, and I don't know. I still don't. To this day, well, I know how they got away with it. But if you're really going to investigate them, that's the first thing you have to be able to see through. What they do is they inflate jersey sales, they inflate concessions, they inflate. Look at how much money our team made. So this is how much money we can spend, and it's not. And they're cooking the books, and it was 1, 2, 3 ABC. You're cooking the books, and they got caught, and they were guilty, And then 2 days later, oh, sorry, you know what?
Yeah, that was what they were going to get knocked.
Decision.
Yeah, they were going to get knocked out. Yeah, right.
They just reversed the decision. They're innocent now. And it's just like, how big was that briefcase?
And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to come after Juve, it's not because it's Juventus and Italian. It doesn't matter. Okay. But City and PSG, something fishy's happening here.
So they pay,
right? So
they pay out of the pockets.
You know, Reggie, it just speaks more to the distrust that the fan has with the system, and I really don't want to hear fans come out and it's like they're on the board of their teams. You're not on the board of your teams, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. We've said this a million times.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you want your teams to spend frivolously, but you want your team to be able to compete, and you want your team to, buy and be, in it and be competitive.
Right.
Right. So don't tell me I don't know what I'm getting at here, if I'm getting it clear, but just stop defending the boards of your teams.
Yeah.
Right. You want your team to win or be close to winning every time that they take the field. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want.
Well, we talked about if you're a Newcastle fan, and we'll use Newcastle as an example. If you're a Newcastle fan, you even asked me if I was an Arsenal fan, would I want a billionaire oil owner to come in? And I said, no, I don't.
No, because of what? Yeah, again, I agree with you, Reggie.
And people say, oh, you're full of it. What are you talking about? If you can go out and get all these players and Arsenal's great again. I don't look. I call that the LeBron James way of winning.
Yeah,
you just collect all these guys and you put them all together.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Most times it doesn't work. Look at PSG.
Sorry, I'm not that. You were pretty good at prediction on the show. I called this about PSG early days. Man, no one loves Messi more than me. I don't like him in that shirt.
I will back that statement.
And there are a lot of people more than me.
I will back that statement.
He's such a good player.
He is a good player. That's fantastic.
No, I'm not.
I would rather have Ronaldo though.
Yeah, we already talked about that. But I mean, the point is I don't like seeing him in PSG's.
But where else could he go where it's easy, Joe?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I agree with you. I don't like that but it's not anyway.
It's not what?
No. I'm saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not easy.
Yeah.
I'm saying that teams that build these super teams, there's something to be said for winning.
Homegrown talent.
Not a homegrown talent. I know you have to buy some,
maybe,
but a combination, right?
Yeah.
Like a combination where you're just going to go out and buy everybody.
Yeah.
And people say, well, that's because your team can't do it. My team used to be able to do it, and you still had to create a culture and an identity and build the right way.
Right.
You still had to do it, right? So anyway, yeah, it's a statement on the status or of where football is, but these clubs that are, I don't know. If Juve is in trouble for it, is my point. I'm going to leave it at this. There's so many other clubs that are in trouble with it.
Well, I know for a fact that if they looked at Arsenal's dealing with Pepe from Lille, he was $72 million, and that had to be inflated. Had to be inflated.
I'm going to call it something else.
But
that's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, at the time it looked good, but
at the time
2 years later, it's just like 2 years later, it's like.
So
you're wondering where the money went, and it didn't go to Lille. I can tell you that. So whatever. Some of the money came back to the club, went to the owners, went to the agents, went to the guy who brokered the deal, who got fired pretty much for that. So I don't know if they look at the Pepe deal. I think Arsenal might be in trouble. But you made a good observation that they're probably starting to go after all the teams that were in the Super League talks, right?
You just got to think like that maybe there's the vendetta, right? UEFA saying, "Oh yeah," so. Yeah. Again, this is the stuff in football where we don't like, some of the stuff I hear pundits, pundits, fans, people, on social media.
Be careful what you call Jamie Carragher, not a pundit.
even Roy Keane. I know that was that.
I'm not a pundit either.
Yeah, like, it was, this is the great thing. You got to watch these two guys go at it. There's 4 minutes.
Just yelling at each other.
Just yelling at each other. Like, what are we talking about here? Oh, they're so great. They're so, yeah. I don't know. Unpopular opinion, maybe. I don't care. I don't want to hear those guys go at it.
I listened to like a minute and a half, and I went to the next thing because it's just whatever.
Enough with Roy Keane. Like, I get it.
You're the mad guy.
Yeah, I understand Roy Keane. Yeah,
I get it. Carragher tries to be the intellect, but whatever.
I'm not having it.
It's a tough role he has to play, but So we want to stay in Serie A. We'll keep you abreast of what's going on with Juve and how if they get away with it. I don't think they will. Will they be docked points? Will they have to go down to Serie G? I don't know. We'll see.
I think nothing's going to come.
I don't think so either.
They're going to pay a little fine.
I think so too.
But again, this is not me saying, they deserve, because I don't know enough about what's happened.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, we know that other clubs have done it.
Of course.
And probably in Italy because they are the biggest club right now and the club with the biggest budget and so on. So maybe that's why the microscope's on them.
Yeah.
Again, I think if they're doing it, whatever they've done, I think if you search
high and low, you'll find.
Yeah.
I think they're on the phone to Man City's lawyers right now.
Yeah, exactly. So. I have other problems. If you're talking about Juve's brass, we'll get to that after, which I have a massive problem with.
Why after?
Massive. Let's get to it now. Okay. Well, I watch Juventus. I watch Atalanta play. Wow. I'm on repeat. Atalanta just plays. We've said that. So Juve loses to Atalanta. They come off losing 4-0 in the Champions League to Chelsea. Yeah. Game could easily have been 7-0, by the way. And this is what I'm saying. This is not a Juve team that has not a very good roster. They got a great roster. They got a really good roster, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they have a roster that should produce better performances than what they
absolutely. Would you not say that when healthy, right now, without Ronaldo and Romelu Lukaku gone from Serie A, would you not say that on paper that Paulo Dybala would be the most talented player in Serie A?
Morata,
just
talent-wise, yeah. Mike, he could be one of them, yeah.
Why this is... Are we going to bash Allegri? Yeah, I am. One, absolutely. It's
odd. It was an odd appointment.
It's inexcusable to go and play in the Champions League as, hey, listen, I'm an AC Milan fan, right? Juventus is easily still Italy's most important club, right?
Still?
Yeah, they are. Like, I mean, traditionally, you'll throw AC Milan in there. Right now, no. I mean, just still with what the clout is there. Inter fans might say, hey, what about? Yes, Inter are up there too. But it's still Juventus. And what they've done in the last 10 years, and so on. This is, you cannot approach a Champions League game I know I steal a lot of their stuff because I love it. Their ideas. I don't steal it, but we talk about it. Christian Vieri, Daniele Adani, Cassano, they talk on a show, Ventola. Right, and they go off like us. They talk. These guys, the only difference is, well, they were world class players.
Yeah,
a small little detail. But Adani, who's a pundit in Italy, said it was Europe reveals, and it might be lost in translation. Europe can reveal
Champions League Europe or
Europe, Champions League primarily, but also Europe. But let's deal with Champions League. Okay. It reveals the good that you do, and it can also reveal your deficiencies.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was spot on because Juventus as a roster, as a group of players, I'd still take that in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And every week I watch them, I go, hopefully they don't get, they're playing my team. Hopefully they don't get it right because these guys are good.
Yeah.
But they're not being put out there in the proper way. And so this is where we agree and disagree sometimes, people, is does a coach that important? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even though I know we differ on Pep Guardiola and this coach and that coach, I get it. And I get it. When you have an abundance of players and you have the best players at your disposal, you have more opportunities to get it right. And I think that's what Reggie is saying. He's not saying that Pep is a bad coach. I know he says, yes, he's going to say, yes, I am. But he's saying, you know what, when you have all those players, you have more of a chance to get it right. And I think that's the essence of it. right? So when you do get it right,
when you I'll let you finish. But when you do have those players in
the best at each position,
right now, you can afford to have Kevin De Bruyne have a bad game. You can afford to have Bernardo Silva have a bad game because the other Gundogan's going to pick him up. And Sterling and Foden,
and you got a ton of alternatives on the bench,
right?
Totally, and that's what Reggie's saying when he's saying all this. I get it, I do, and we overhype stuff. True, I'll give you that, Reggie, for sure. So then you got Max Allegri. And you have these players at your disposal, and you play like that. you come out with performances like that, and you're just hanging on.
It's too stubborn, I think.
This is you don't have a roster of Liverpool Logan word hacks. You don't. You have good players, and this is Dejan Kulusevski was one of the most coveted players before he came to Juventus, and still is. He will go to I tell you. That kid in the Premier League would do fantastic.
Linked to Arsenal.
He's a shadow of himself right now.
Pepe swap.
It's and now I'm going to link this, and you say this is a stretch. Hey, I got a little tidbit. If Juventus and some of these bigger clubs in Italy don't figure it out, it hurts the national team.
Yeah,
you can't go from being down in the dumps on your club team and then just go pick it up. And when you go for the 2 weeks, hey, you got a playoff and we're going to be fine. And Locatelli's going to be buzzing and Chiellini's going to figure it out and Bonucci and Chiesa when you're having a miserable time at your club team.
But who's Italian that plays for Juve?
Oh, Chiellini, Bonucci, they have a few. Locatelli, Chiesa.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's core. That's big core.
But that's the problem England always had. And going to these big games because they never had all the best teams in England didn't have English players on it.
But that's changed a little bit in Italy because even if they weren't playing there, they're like. But listen, to be fair, Juventus has always had a nice core, of that. But you can't go, Reggie, and I agree with what you're saying. You need your players playing, for sure. But you can't go from playing and having these experiences like this at the club level and just go and say we're going to turn it on.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense, Reggie.
Maybe that's what happened in the Euros, and now everyone believes it, right?
And look, they were in good spirits.
Yeah.
They were in good. Mancini had a chance to get it all right. Yeah. To make sure they were all in the right spirit, all in the right mind frame. So Juventus cannot continue on this road. Like Max Allegri, you have to evolve somewhat. You can't just always approach these games in the same way. And to be fair, okay, getting out of your group is getting out of your group, right? You can't knock that. Zenit and Malmo. Zenit and Malmo, Reg.
Joe, I know.
Reggie, again, you're going to make it about Milan. Hell yeah. It's not because I'm a Milan fan.
You're the group of death, though, Joe.
Atletico Madrid, Porto.
And Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah, but you're in the group of death, Joe.
And I'll ask you this. So Milan has a chance to go through, but it's still slim. They go out. Okay, they go out, Reggie. Let's say they go out.
Yeah.
Disappointed? Will I be? Absolutely. After a little bit of reflection, will I say, hey, you know what? We played one poor game, or we really didn't play. Juventus, you got to play.
If Juve's in that group, where do they finish?
It's a great question. So if you
Above
take out
Porto,
Milan out, put
Juve in there.
Yeah.
Above
Porto, who did what?
It.
Well, who knocked them out last year? Porto.
Who knocked Porto out?
No, Juventus. Porto knocked
Juventus out. Yes.
It's not good enough. And I'll tell you, it's
not even into Europa.
They can probably get there. Ajax and Ten Hag.
Oh yeah.
Porto.
Yeah.
Benfica.
Yeah.
Sporting. Hey, you know what, guys? This is not. I'm going to give those three Portuguese clubs a lot of credit, and Ajax. Just you talk about the vision, the project,
but that's why
philosophy.
That's why I like Ten Hag. And we talked about this other previous shows. He loses his best player every season.
And they continue to play.
Out and it rolls out, and who's that guy? And next thing you know, he's on Barcelona. And the next year, it turns out someone else. And who's that guy? Next thing you know, he's on Chelsea.
It's crazy. It's
crazy.
just incredible.
That's a coach,
and probably going to lose the 2-3 guys this year.
Of course.
Anthony and the goalkeeper.
That guy is incredible. Right? He's incredible.
Fantastic.
So, oh my God. Where's he? He can go to Serie A and be a star.
100%.
He'd be a star there.
No, it's embarrassing to come out and play that way.
Yeah.
They should not be approaching these games this negatively.
Yeah.
With no ideas, no bravery, and then you go at Gasperini.
Yeah.
Every year with a chance and gets to the second round or the knockout stages. And I'll tell you, we said this before, if obviously I'm cheering for AC Milan. I'm telling you, I would love to see Atalanta win this championship.
If it couldn't be Milan, if it's not going to be Inter or Inter,
and Napoli's in there too.
Napoli or Juve or whoever, then I would like to see Atalanta.
You know why, Reggie? Because you mentioned Ten Hag.
Yeah.
You mentioned Sergio Conceição, who I gave a lot of love to last year with Porto. It's about the work.
Yeah.
It's about a process.
Right. And it's not just opening the checkbook and getting this guy and that guy and that
number
guy.
One.
It's a philosophy that you're putting into place, and you have all your players believing in that philosophy, and you can see it on the field.
And it's positive football.
Right.
Right. You say,
they'll rip you if you're not paying attention. I don't have to rip you to shreds.
When they are on, and Duvan Zapata. You know what? Good for Atalanta. So again, like you can lose game. Trust me, I want to tear my hair up in the last 2 league games for AC Milan. They lost 4-3 and got torn apart by Sassuolo.
Mm-hmm.
But and that was only the really bad performance because even against Fiorentina, but
Sassuolo, they were doing damage against the big teams, no?
Well, okay, in their last 3 games No, sorry. They played Juve a while back. They beat Juventus in Juventus Stadium or Allianz Stadium. They took care of AC Milan. And today they were down 2-0 against Napoli, came back 2-2 and almost won it 3-2 with a goal taken away, by VAR. So, hey, there's something to be said. So, I guess getting to what's happening. Well, okay, since we're going back, AC Milan had a really weird week because an amazing performance against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
So here's the end experience, right?
Yeah.
Great performance at the Wanda. Get a famous victory. I call it like I see it. I know it's my team, but was full value for the win.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, they show their immaturity by, really laying an egg against Sassuolo at home.
Mm-hmm.
But
bounce back today.
Genoa didn't have much, but won 3-0. Let's talk about Junior Macias.
Still got to win.
You're right. True. Yeah. A good bounce back because, they're back within a point. And we'll look at Reggie. I think the title race in Italy, 36 Napoli, 35 AC Milan, 34 Inter, I think 31 Atalanta. Everybody okay?
Tight. And still Napoli and Roma still have a say too, right?
Oh, yeah. Roma. Yeah.
Who lost today?
Lost today to Bologna.
Yeah.
So, so it's tight. It's a race. We want to see that. Cost me years off my life, but it's good. Again, these managers, Gasperini, Pioli, I think it's Dionisi, it's a Sassuolo. There's some good managers trying to make their thing. Like again, you mention this all the time about how much respect you have for Ten Hag. And he deserves it. Mm-hmm. Guys like that deserve the credit for doing the work, putting in the business, playing properly. And then you have teams with a massive payroll and all these stars at their disposal. And to play and approach games like this, for me, unacceptable.
And still have excuses on why it happened, which is ridiculous to me. But what are you going to do? So we're going to look forward to who you got Saturday.
So there's some big matches this weekend. AC Milan, no game is easy, me. But they have Salernitana at home.
Oh my God!
Stop it! Just stop that. But the big matches in Italy to look forward to.
Like playing Newcastle. Relax.
Oh, stop! The big matches: Roma Inter.
Yeah, that's
massive match, and Napoli Atalanta.
That's a big game too.
Obviously, those are the match clue, key matchups.
That's Sunday, right?
I think those are Saturday.
Saturday and Sunday. Oh, you get to watch. You get to go watch games. That's nice. Good for you.
I guess that tight race we should also talk about. Equally tight race with the top 3 in England.
Well, I mean, do we think Liverpool is just going to run away with this thing or what?
Oh, I don't think they're going to run away with it. They're close, but look at Reggie. The table right now: Chelsea 33.
Yeah.
Manchester City 32.
Yeah.
Liverpool 31.
Yeah.
What a race!
But just watching Liverpool.
They play
tearing everybody to shreds.
They're playing at a speed and a level. Like I told you, when I watched AC Milan play Liverpool, 3-2. It was only 3-2. AC Milan was up 2-1. They were playing at mocks, like I don't know. They were playing in another stratosphere.
And I have a reason for that.
Okay, Liverpool was playing, and you know who's really starting to play for them too now, because quality and class is permanent. Thiago. Like, you know, wow, what a goal! That little, but you know, they look like they're just clicking on all cylinders. Diego Jota, wow,
yeah.
You know, and we know Salah. We know it's just on and on.
These guys better rack up points because when February rolls around,
the African Cup of Nations is really gonna.
Mane and Salah gone.
That's huge. Huge.
It's massive.
Massive
for some teams.
Yeah, it's massive.
Maybe not so much for Arsenal. I mean, I know we have Thomas Partey leaving.
It's big, but not like this.
Pepe leaving. We have Mo Elneny leaving, which
it's still. But when you look at who's it going to affect the most,
it's going to affect Liverpool the most, 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
not Pep because he doesn't have any Africans on his team, but it's going to affect.
He has Riyad Mahrez. But then you have 3 other players.
Riyad Mahrez, yes, you're right.
No, yeah, exactly. I know what you're saying.
You could put Foden or
that's what back to what we said before. Right? I never look at Man City and say, "Oh, they're missing that guy today." I don't. Yeah. Jack Grealish came off. They paid how much money to
100 million?
He came off the bench today against Villa, against his former club.
Could you believe that?
Yeah, he came off the bench.
Isn't that a game that you would expect to start in if you're Jack Grealish?
Ferran Torres is going to be sold, and Ferran Torres would never come off the field on other teams. Yeah, this is back to what we said before.
They need a number 9, Joe.
Back to what we said before. You know, anyway. Yeah. So listen, Klopp is a great manager. It's going to be tested, and you know, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I really admire Jurgen Klopp. I really do.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be depending on what. You know how far each of those players' individual national teams go in the tournament.
Yeah, it's massive. Right?
There's a possibility that you might not have these guys for 4 to 6 weeks.
It's massive.
And at the tail end of the season, when all the points are there and it's crunch time, because after the tournament they're going to need a break. They're not going to come back and just slot right back in.
Well, I look at even AC Milan; they're going to be out with Frank Kessie and Ismail Benacer. It's massive,
right? So, maybe you'll get a showing with playing without Kessie. Because it might happen.
Well, to be fair, Reggie, AC Milan has played without Kessie this year.
Yeah,
he's not been very good this year.
Yeah, I think the contract.
I think he's great. Listen, I love Frank Kessie. Do I want him to stay? Yes.
Thank God for the emergence. That's what's weighing him down a little bit.
Thank God for the emergence of Sandro Tonali, who's been very good. But I mean, back to the England thing and Liverpool. Talk about Klopp. Compare it to what Allegri has done or not done. Look at Klopp's style and philosophy.
Yeah, but that's what I wanted to ask you about Allegri, though.
Yeah.
Is it none of those guys are his guys? So do you think that maybe that has a little bit to do with it? Klopp built this team. He bought this team. He bought Mane. He bought Van Dijk. He bought Alisson.
Allegri had Dybala. Dybala is as soon as he came back, he made him a captain other than Chiellini.
Yeah, right.
He had Chiellini, Bonucci.
Right, but Kuvalevsky and Aaron Ramsey and all these guys, they're not Allegri guys.
But you're right. But here's my thing though. Who's gonna be that guy? Because if you're a young player or an attacking player, an attack-minded player, do you want to come play like that?
No.
Reggie, even there was an amazing stat that Adani showed too. It had something, and it showed like the pressing and how much pressing teams do in a league, again, with analytics, right? And again, I balance the analytics thing, right? Like you buy into it a little bit, not totally, right? But some guys are totally into it.
Yeah.
Let's go with a balanced approach of looking at it. I think it's like the amount of pressing percentage-wise, or I don't know. But the teams that were at the top of it were
in the world or
in Serie A. So Napoli, he was up there. AC Milan, Inter.
Yeah, not Juve.
Roma.
Yeah.
And I say, yeah, so Roma's a good team. Who's coaching Roma, Reg?
Mourinho.
Right. And what was Mourinho attacked for in his, last few years? Negative football.
Parking the bus.
He's changed, Reggie. Even he's evolved. You might say, well, the results are, look at they dropped the board. Yeah, you're no problem. You're right. Look at Roma's roster compared to Juve's roster.
But Allegri still took time off. He should have been able to see the adjustment. And exactly. Adapt to what's going on in this new football.
You know what's the bottom of that list?
Who?
Cagliari and
Juve.
Come on, Reggie. This can't.
Isn't Cagliari in a relegation
you bet.
fight?
Look, we say the Premier League all the time, right?
Yeah.
It's played at
100 miles an hour.
Thank you. From what? Just certain positions? No. Starts from
everywhere.
The top.
Yeah.
Attack, pressing. It's not. Listen, my AC Milan sometimes drives me crazy.
Yeah.
But I watch them. I watch Atalanta. I'm a broken record. I watch some of these teams that play.
They changed their.
I'll live with
it. Way, right?
I'll live with it, Reggie. Yeah, because I'll live with it because it's attack minded. It goes forward. It's fast. So if you're a young player, and I say to you, okay, well, again, money talks. But let's say the money's even.
Yeah.
And you're going to go to a team in Italy, and the money's even.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be Napoli, Inter,
mm-hmm.
Juve, Milan, Atalanta. Are you really going there today without Ronaldo? Because Ronaldo would be a massive draw. Who would want to play there? We know the answer. It's still Juve. I get it. They're still the prize team in Italy at the moment. If you look at historically, but
I don't know if it is.
I'm giving them respect that way, but.
Maybe a young Italian player might want to go.
Very good point. But very good point.
I don't think if you ask Saka if he wants to go to Juve or I don't know, Barcelona or Real Madrid, I don't think he picks Juve.
See, I think Roma and AC Milan are coming up there and Inter. I really believe that.
Oh, maybe an AC Milan actually,
and Roma too.
Nice.
You can't play this way. We've harped on that enough.
Yeah.
We'll get to. We're figuring out England. England's race is amazing.
Well, a big game tomorrow in the afternoon.
Oh, massive game. So, again, Arsenal and Manchester United. The game is being played where, Reggie?
Oh, boy. I knew you were going to ask me that. Where did they play It has to be at Old Trafford. It's at Old Trafford. It's got to be.
Ralph?
He's not going to be there.
No.
Ragnarsson. Ragnick, whatever.
We messed that up.
Yeah,
and you know why I should know it? Why do you think I should know it?
Because he used to coach a youth team in AC Milan or something.
Remember, he was linked. So before Stefano Pioli,
something like that.
Before Stefano Pioli, the man who was linked and it was decided he was going to come over was Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was done. Remember, it was done deal. Then Pioli kept winning. Pioli is on fire.
And that's it.
Song you're singing everywhere, Reggie. So that's why I should know.
Everybody thinks Man United's going to get this coach and he's just going to turn around. They're going to start winning 10-0 every game. It's going to take time to bring in his philosophy.
Games at Old Trafford.
Yeah. Because him, Klopp, that's Klopp's mentor, right?
Reggie, this guy builds clubs, and you just said it. Just that's why it's an odd. It's not a bad appointment because I think he deserves a chance. This guy's been highly touted. I said he was going to sign at AC Milan. That's not why. I'm just saying that's how I read a little bit about him, a little bit more. Your team gets linked with somebody, you pay more attention. He will make it work if given the time. Is this the right situation where you're given the time? You have CR7 who is 36 and is ready to win now. You got to do this now. Is this a project?
Well, I can't see them just turning the season around. Now we look at their talent on their roster and we say, okay, no problem. But when you're trotting out a guy who won't be I don't think he's playing tomorrow because he got suspended. But if you're trotting out Harry Maguire and McTominay and Fred and Matic, what are you really talking about?
Started.
All three of those guys started, and you sit down. The last game, and we're talking about, and you sit down CR7, you sit down Van der Beek. You take off Rashford to bring on Van der Beek. Why can't they all play together?
Why can't they play? If you're Van der Beek, do you say, hey, guys?
Nah, gone.
You always say, hey, for the rest of this year, you guys mind loaning me somewhere? Where? Back to my old club.
Ajax. Oh, what? You know what? He probably wouldn't play there either.
I actually want Van der Beek to fall out of favor because I just have this dream. No, I mean I like that player a lot, but such a good player.
Where's Cavani?
I don't know. Is he hurt? Oh,
Varane's hurt. I know that, but Varane, and I don't like Lindelof. But when Varane's available, it has to be Varane and Lindelof,
and it's not.
It's
going to be Varane and Harry Maguire.
Joe. We already ripped Maguire last week. Nothing's going to change for me ever because I can't see this guy getting any better. He's just going to get worse. But you have to make that decision, and I think this guy coming in is going to be strong enough to make a decision like that.
I like the appointment, but again, I don't know if United fans are going to be ready for.
Oh, it's coming home. It's coming to Old Trafford. It's coming home.
But he's got a great track record of rebuilding teams.
Yeah, but the rebuild is not. Again, it's not.
That's my point.
For 2 games,
and this is my point.
Rebuild might be next season.
That's right. This is Manchester United. You went and bought all those players, and you bought CR7 to do what? Rebuild here?
Yeah, exactly.
And win in 4 years?
CR7's looking at this like, huh?
Yeah, I want to win now. I like to win.
Sell me to PSG, please. They have enough money. Don't worry about it.
It's going to come, eh? CR7 playing with Messi?
Well, it has to happen within the next year. Because we all know Messi ain't leaving France to go anywhere except MLS. Or even go back to Argentina and play for Old Boys or Newell's Old Boys for a season and then ride off into the sunset.
Did you watch the Maradona thing yet?
No.
It's good. I like it.
No, not yet.
I like it a lot.
I haven't watched anything.
Keeping me up at night because I watch so many episodes.
Still waiting for Ted Lasso to come back, man.
Yeah.
Watch me on a cliffhanger.
It's a good one, too. I watch so much, and you're like tired after you watch. Can't stop watching. Anyway, sorry. Well, we digress. So,
yeah.
Sure. Where are we going from there? So, big game. Obviously, that's a huge game for you as an Arsenal fan. Massive game in the world of English footy. Sick day. Okay, prediction. We always do Arsenal.
Oh, my God. Prediction. 3-1 Arsenal at Old Trafford. Carrick says goodbye after that game. And
you're so ready for me to call a tie in this, aren't you?
2-2. I already know.
No, here we go.
1-1? Buddy. He's going to actually pick a winner. This should be interesting.
Pick a winner.
He's never picked a winner in 6 years.
I'm picking a winner. But you know what? My ties are... If you go back and see some of my ties...
Here we go.
Pretty good.
Just pick a winner.
Is Ronaldo playing?
Ronaldo was rested. Apparently was rested on Saturday or whenever the hell they played to face Arsenal. But they still needed him to come in and play against Chelsea. And that Sancho goal, very lucky. They were never in that game, Man United. But anyways.
I know 2-1 Arsenal.
If you're only gonna give them a 1-goal win, you have to name the scores. Say Aubameyang, who's not gonna score.
Aubameyang? Okay. Why wouldn't Aubameyang score?
Joe, did you see the miss?
Yeah, it was a bad miss.
Oh my God.
That's why he scores. And ML Smith Rowe.
Good call. I'll take that. Who scores for United? CR7, right? Because he always torments Arsenal. Okay, that's no problem. I'll take that. I'll remember it next week when we talk.
But it's probably gonna be a 2-2 tie. So anyway,
unbelievable people.
You
You ask him to predict any game. It's 2-2.
Not true.
It's 2-2.
Nah.
Joe, what do you think? It might be a 2-2 game.
No, I think I rightfully picked a lot of games in terms of scores last year in Serie A.
Well, let's hope you're right this time. Let's hope I'm even right, but for me.
Are we going anywhere else with this? I mean, hey, Christmas season is coming. It's not coming. It's here.
It's here.
Go and buy your stuff at Soccer Max. Go see Max.
Yeah.
Reggie's got it on the screen. And Ross, go buy some stuff.
Yeah.
Get stuff there.
Jerseys, tracksuits.
Yeah.
Cleats, mugs, hats, gloves, winter jackets, all licensed football apparel from Soccer Max.
I want to say something else.
If you've never been there, check it out.
Check it out. Oh, again, on the continued push for getting Carr Masako at York United.
Yeah.
See, Kamal Miller came out and tweeted something out too, and in support, make it happen already. Kamal, congratulations to Kamal. He and Jesse Fleming on the women's side, I believe, were named the Canadian Players of the Month.
Yeah,
Canada Players of the Month.
And we talked about how big Kamal was against Mexico and even Costa Rica. Yeah. There's a Costa Rica. They played the first game.
Well, listen, I think it's been a big week for our good time period for the guys that we had on here a while back. Just saying. Yeah. Alistair, Kamal, and Dane. Dane Sinclair signs a 3-year deal yesterday.
Minnesota?
3-year extension. It just tells you something. And we said it. I'm going to call it here. I'm going to say it. This is what I want to say. Yeah, it's the comeback is going to be not a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. Did I just say that?
Yeah, you did.
No, listen. He was always here. See, it's the song. Never left. No, Dane will have. There's a reason why it's a 3-year deal. All kidding aside, Minnesota knows what they have in Dane Sinclair.
Yeah,
Dane Sinclair, just like Kamal Miller and Alistair and these guys that we've talked about, he's destined for some greatness. Mm-hmm. We saw it last couple of years in the playoffs and what he did. Dane is he's just getting started. So I love the camaraderie on the Canadian men's national team. They're all tweeting stuff out for each other and supporting each other and so on. So that was good. Yeah, it's good. So again, Kamal, Dane, Alistair, it's coming January 30th. So that game's huge. Reggie, some TFC moves. We'll leave it at this. Or TFC moves today. Omar Gonzalez, to no one's surprise, gone. Zavaleta, gone. So I know you're upset.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
We finally.
Mullins.
No,
it's gone too. So Patrick Mullins, if you're looking for a team, I know Sunday nights.
No, he can't play there.
Friday nights, maybe.
He can't play there either. Oh, maybe Friday night. No, he can't play there either. Can't play with us.
Are we missing anything? Do we miss anything else? I know
Gonzalez, Zavaleta, De Leon has to be gone too, right? Soon.
Not yet. I don't know. Maybe. No, not yet. Those are the big ones.
Bob Bradley, I love you. Oh
yeah. So did we say Bob Bradley? Right? We talked about.
I think we talked about him last week. No?
Did we say that he got? Yeah. I'm missing my weeks here.
I think we talked about him last week.
Did he get the? Anyway, obviously.
Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what we did, because we did the show, and then the next day he got announced.
Great press conference he had, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I'm happy about that. It's an MLS coach that's done well, has a track record.
It's a good appointment.
Yeah. Right? And for him to be the GM too, and not GM, but like sporting director, he can mold the team the way he wants and bring in the players that he's going to actually coach. So
rumor, want to start up the rumor mill? Well, let's not start. First of all, how about this?
Rumor mill never stops here.
Yeah, we called it a couple of years ago when he was doing his thing for the first time, really getting on track. Richie Larea. Yeah. You know what? That move to Europe. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about looking forward? Reggie dropped this hint a while back
on Twitter.
Is Josie really gone?
I don't think so.
I think I'm with Reggie here. I think Josie might resurface here in Toronto, and I'm not that disappointed about it.
Performance-based. We created a poll, and the poll was unanimous. It's time for him to move on.
But
I'm
with a but too.
But Michael Bradley, good friends with Josie Altidore. Bob Bradley, very good friends with Altidore. 1 year performance-based contract doesn't hurt anybody.
Javinko coming back. Javinko's back. He's in Toronto right now. He's going to be here. So.
Well, who do you get rid of? DP. Or is there a way? How did Michael Jordan? I was going to say, how did Michael Bradley lose his DP status?
Work something out.
Like maybe there's something there.
Yeah.
So you have Pozuelo, you have Soteldo.
No, Soteldo's going to be gone.
Soteldo's leaving, right?
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah, he'll be gone. I think there's even meeting with teams back in Brazil, and he'll be gone. I think.
Yeah, I don't think
never worked out.
It didn't work out. It doesn't look comfortable here. I mean, the league, he should be slicing and dicing, but he's not. So maybe a one-trick pony with the left foot. When he gets figured out, it's not so.
It didn't work out here.
It's very predictable. But
so
you know what?
Yeah,
Javinko, Altidore, Pasuelo together.
So I'm gonna get my crystal ball out here, Reggie.
Yeah, you're gonna need a defenders too. But anyways,
wouldn't you like to see? Okay, so if Bob Bradley maybe stays on in the role of like going forward in years to come, maybe he stays on in the role of like you said, sporting director, general manager, talent lead, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Maybe he brings in another coach.
Okay.
And that other coach might be, this is just dream.
Bruce Arena?
No. Not Bruce Arena.
Stefan Pioli?
Pioli is on fire. No.
Arsene Wenger?
Yes.
Going back to Arsenal, by the way. Not in a coaching capacity, but,
Robin Fraser.
Oh, you're still on that, eh?
You wouldn't want that?
I would want it, but
I would love to see
Robin getting him.
Listen, first of all, Bob Bradley might coach his team for the next 5 years. I'm not sure. But let's say Robin Fraser comes available in a year or two. And then another guy comes available to play here.
Mark Anthony K.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I
said it last week. Anyway.
That'd be great. But I think he's probably going to follow in Vanny's footsteps before he would come back to Toronto. Because I don't know how long Vanny's going to last in LA. Go from California, go to Colorado to LA would be a nice.
I'm not giving up that. We'll see. So let's see if that happens. We'll roll the tape back.
You still got another. You got at least 3 years with Bob Bradley before that even happens.
But if Bob Bradley moves up to and just stays primarily in the front office, you never know.
Maybe he doesn't want to do that. Maybe he wants to be involved on a hands-on level with the team.
As always, we'll see.
We'll see. Definitely, we'll see. So, guys, like we said, visit Max at Soccer Max for all your holiday needs. We'll look out for Manchester United Arsenal tomorrow. We're doing this on a Wednesday, so it's going to be on a Thursday. Big games in Serie A on the weekend. Look out for that. And if you haven't looked for tickets for January 30th in the Hammer at Tim Hortons Field, the donut box they call it, get on that when tickets go on sale. We got to make that atmosphere something like Edmonton, and most definitely like it was at BMO, because it was absolutely crazy in there. So, guys, for all of those listening on all the popular podcast platforms, thanks for listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Ballon d'Or. What a joke.